Welcome everyone, and welcome to this informative session on how we organize the primary English training course here at EPO. My name is Jose Mateo, and I am the coordinator of this super group of teachers. These three teachers behind me, next to me, they are just, they have a couple of things in common. They just got their position first try when they went here at EPO. So they attended EPO, they all attended EPO, and they all got their positions first year, right? So the first try. And the second thing they have in common is they all are brilliant and super in what they are. So I'm here coordinating only because I am older, but they are all extraordinary, and I'm so happy, and you are so lucky to have them if you decide to join us. First, on my right, we've got Alejandro. And Alex, yes, Alex. For all of you, if you want to just say hello.
Thank you, Jose. Thank you for passing on the word to me. And, well, thank you for the warmest ever possible introduction.
All true.
Yeah, my name is Alejandro. You can call me Alex, just for short. And yeah, I got trained here at EPO, and I've been working as a trainer for a couple of years. I'm from Alicante, actually, so I'm quite well aware on how things work there and also on this part of the border, as we usually say, finally speaking. And I'll be here to help you, especially with certain parts for the practical exam. We will be talking about that later on, but mainly, yeah, well, I'm an English teacher there in Alicante, and so happy to be here with you.
So, and one of the special things of Alex here is he's not only a master in phonetics and other stuff that you will see along the course, but he was exactly there where you are now.
Oh, yeah.
He was on the other way of the screen because he is the only one of the teachers here that when they were candidates, he just attended a pure online course, if I'm not wrong.
Shall I tell them briefly how it worked when I register? Yeah, it's actually if you're saying this session for the first time and you know nothing about how online courses work, I have to tell you that when I enrolled, I was working in a charter school in Barcelona, so I couldn't attend to on-site courses, and I registered online because I heard of EPO. You know, being from Alicante, I knew pretty much about the academy, and I knew I wanted to train with this academy here. But I was, doubtful on how online courses could work out. But I registered, and it was the first promotion of the online course, and I decided to join anyway. You know that living in Barcelona, I could have found plenty of on-site courses, but yet I decided to join the online course, and I could tell you that it was just as if I were attending on-site classes, but with the advantage of being able to do it anywhere. Even for those sessions in which I couldn't just join online because of certain personal duties that didn't allow me to join live, I could see the sessions as they are all registered. So it's just great. Yeah.
So and now talking about Ramon here, he's like a very special teacher to me because he is one of the candidates who got their position in my first promotion as a teacher trainer, right? Back in, it was 2016.
It was, well, first of all, my name is Ramon William, and I attended here at the academy, EPO. I trained myself here with, as Jose Mateo said, I was in the first promotion back in 2015, 2016.
Right.
I passed the exam in June 2016 here in Murcia. And as Jose Mateo said, I was here with him from the very beginning. I came on. They didn't have the online group, so I came on. I came to the Monday nights group. I was working at the same time in a private school, so I chose the group that fit best to my timetable. And a couple of years after, Jose Mateo, I spoke to him, and he proposed if I wanted to join the team. And this is, I think, it's going to be my third or fourth year here. We prepared for the first time. I was here in 2018, 2019.
And of course, he was one of the best candidates that year ever. That's why I wanted him to be here as the rest of us. And I've got one of my newest. acquisitions.
The last one.
The last
Well,
one. And
Maria was one of our was ours.
Yeah.
of course, yeah. So Ramon was also in the team when Maria was training. It was 2018, 2019.
Yeah, 2018, 2019. Yeah, this course.
And what a teacher! Oh my god! Oh my god! So if you want to well, you will just wait and see how she organized things, how she organized stuff. She's great at everything, but when you come to see her, the way she designs things, she designs stuff, especially when it comes to the physical appearance of teaching plan, not only the contents themselves, it's like wow. So this is another compliment that we have. She just got her marks in everything, and she was just an extraordinary candidate as the rest of us. But I consider her to be just the key for the freshness here. Sorry guys, but this is the way it is, and I will just stop talking. Let her
Well, thank
go.
you, Jose, for this incredible and awesome introduction.
again.
As was said before, my name is Maria Libertad. I am an English teacher, but I'm also an infant education teacher. And in fact, I actually started to prepare the Civil Servant examinations for infant education for 2 years here at the academy. And I got very good marks, but I couldn't
Tens
get
and the likes. So this is very good marks. Awesome.
but I couldn't get the position.
And she got the certificate in Valencia in 1 year. I mean, she's a brain. Apart from that, sorry for interrupting.
And well, as I couldn't get a position for 2 years for infant education, I decided to change my mind. And Jose really encouraged me to
fight
change
against other teachers who also
the
want to do it.
preparation
All the trainers.
for primary English teachers. And that's why I'm here with Jose, and that's why I got the position. My vacancy is in Theodip, in a primary school, and I am a teacher there since 2019. And well, we are a team now of 4 trainers that we're going to help you. And I want to tell you that any feedback is awesome, okay? So you can write any questions or any doubts that you have during the session. Okay, so don't be shy.
Of course, and you will also be have time at the end for any questions that you might have. We can even open the microphone for them, I think, at the very end if you want to. But in the meantime, you can always write. Well, once we have just introduced ourselves, I think we're going to introduce the course a little bit. And basically speaking, what we do have here is like a 2 kind of possibilities for you, right? So we've got the 100% online group, like the group Alex attended. It is wherever you are in the world, you can just come here and follow the course. The contents, let me just tell you, these are going to be exactly the same in the on-site courses and the online courses. So every week you will be given exactly the same stuff. So it is up to you to choose one option or the other one. What fits better for you, but the courses are going to be designed exactly the same, right? So in the 100% online courses, and also in the blended possibility, 50% in just on-site courses there in the academy and 50% online. These are the 2 possibilities we're going to have. 100% course. The other, the blended, well, as we call it, is just 1 week. We meet all together there in the epO classrooms. And then the following week, we have a session online. So these are the 2 possibilities. We don't have fully on-site courses because, we are still in this
pandemic situation.
Yeah, this strange period. We don't know what is going to happen with India and the like, so, or any other things that may come later. So it is always nice to have like everything ready just in case, right? So, but 1 week in the academy, 1 week online. That is also nice because it allows you also to save some time for those who just drive here. Every fortnight you can stay there home, just relax, save some time, and the like. So these are the 2 possibilities. Number 1, attending the course 100% online. Number 2, attending the course 1 week at home, 1 week here. Okay, in the 2 courses there are 2 levels, right? The year 1, year 2 candidates. what's the difference? Well, the difference is year 2 candidates are mostly students who have attended EPO before. They were working here for a year. They had their teaching plan done or almost done, their units done or almost done, and do not want to start from the very beginning, right? So this is for the year 2 candidates. Year 1 is starting everything from the base, so you won't miss anything at all. Some people, even when just attended EPO, decided to join year 1 because they wanted to really have a strong foundation on everything. But if your case is, I've got my documents almost ready, I mean, when I say documents, this oposición, this competitive examination is about just having some stuff, some documents prepared, and then study a lot, right? But
especially study a lot.
the teaching plan and the units need to be ready, and they need to follow some specific restrictions, and you need to be careful with that. If you have that thing done and you want to join the year 2 candidate, the difference is we're going to have extra practice on both the written side of the language and the oral side of the language. We will start doing presentations before. You will have extra tests, extra practical cases and everything, because you've got your documents already done. If you don't have them done, just joining year 1 is just the idea, right? And now, what are the different possibilities, the different days that you can find? All right, so we've got for the pure online courses on Mondays from 7 to 10 o'clock, year 1 group, and on Wednesdays from 7 to 10 o'clock, same time, we've got the online group. Okay, so this is for the pure 100% online courses. Now,
just to mention, well, I think we're going to mention it later, but just to say that you don't need to be online live when there are some lessons. You can join the class if you come on Mondays. You can be there from 7 till 10, or if you can't make it, the class is recorded and it's uploaded. So then you can watch it on Tuesday or Friday or whenever you want to watch it. 1 hour, 1 day, if you haven't got much time. So you're not obliged to watch it live.
All right. How was your experience that year, Alex? Did you attend all the lessons there at home?
No.
Or did you...
Honestly, I try my best to attend as many sessions as possible, but of course, as I was working at charter school and had so many meetings in the evenings and extracurricular activities, that made it.
Yeah, because I think there will be people who might even be working in academies and the like, or in the afternoon. So.
Exactly. And same as me, last year when I was actually talking to some candidates, they told me that they felt very much identifying what I was telling them, because sometimes you can just attend a session and you don't have to feel worried at all, because as he has said, mainly what you have to do is just to wait until the session is uploaded, which happens just the day after, right? So you won't have to wait at all. It will be ready, just up for grasps, as we say in English. You can just watch it. And what I did, as you were asking, how was my experience? What I tried to do when I couldn't attend live session was to watch it all. Obviously, it's not the same as being on a live session, because you are focused. You don't have the chance to stop it and go to the refrigerator
because in the online session we didn't comment, but it's just like today. You can raise your hand and ask any questions. You can write a comment on the chat box, and we give immediate feedback. Right?
But one of the good things of having the sessions recorded is that you can concentrate on the parts that you can be more interested in. Say, imagine that we start talking about the teaching plan, and there's one specific part that you are very much interested in because you don't really understand it, or you have to revisit it again. So it's very easy just to put it down so that you can revisit it months after if you ever want to see that again, or to get more information or see that again, which is great. And this is something what I usually did. I wrote, especially in those sessions in which there were parts that the defense or the teaching presentation, that I wanted to see that again in order to see everything, all the details. And I revisited them as many times as I needed, which is something great.
Good.
Let me tell them that probably I'm not very humble saying this, but this is, as I see it, one of the best platforms that you can find and one of the best academies for sure, because they can see all the sessions during the whole course, during
And-
the course.
And this is also
And-
for the on-site groups.
Uh-huh.
So you
Yeah,
can comment that
for
this is not
sure.
only for the online group.
Mhm.
If you're on, we will see the calendar and schedule for the on-site groups, para grupos presenciales, but they also have sessions recorded. And you
Yeah.
can just
Same for
briefly
both
tell them.
groups, for online courses or groups, sorry, and also for on-site courses, because you can have all the sessions recorded and they are going to be uploaded within 24 or 48 hours, and you have them on the platform. Okay, so you can listen to the sessions again, you can stop and you can repeat the sessions as many times as you consider. Okay.
So that's fantastic. You can attend the session, fantastic. You cannot attend the session, you've got it recorded, right? And you can see it as many times as you want. So that is a great possibility. This wasn't so in the past. I mean,
No, it was.
this is just a huge
We
improvement.
we could change groups. In my case, I started on a Wednesday and then I changed to a Monday. That was the
That was
the way to
possibility.
record the.
Yeah,
That was
but then
nothing else.
then now that possibility is impossible because of the COVID thing. But now
Yeah.
we can just have the session at home because all groups, physical groups and online groups, will have access to the same campus, right? To the same platform. You are the moment you sign, you are all going to get into the platform. And Maria will tell you later a little bit about
About the campus.
yes, the way it works, which is quite simple. Now, regarding the physical groups, as I told you before, 1 week is going to be online, the following week is going to be on site, right? So the week which is on site on the Monday group, obviously the session is on Mondays, right? So you will come. This is from 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock. This session is specially designed for those of you who have what we call exclusivas, right? Or you're working, you have to stay at school later, or you simply have your life organized in a way that it is just nicer for you to come to attend a physical class a little bit later. So it starts 6 o'clock, finishes 10 o'clock. It's a little bit late, but some people need it, right? That's why we designed one day this schedule. That group will have the following week when they have an online session. It will be on Wednesday from 7 to 10, right? You will have this explanation, this conference we're doing recorded as well, if you need to just go back to the timing. But you can also call the EPO office and they will tell you everything about it, right? This is the Monday group. Then we've got the Tuesday group. And all right, so Tuesday group is just 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Rest of the groups are going to follow this schedule, right? When I say 3 o'clock to 8 o'clock, these groups are physical, right? On-site week. So on the on-site week, Tuesday group is again a group for year one. That group is going to come from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock on Tuesdays. And again, Wednesdays from 7 to 10 in the online week. All right, so, okay. Then we got the Friday group. I skipped Thursday for a reason. You will see in a minute. And Friday group is again a year one group. Fridays from 6 o'clock, from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock. And again, online week on Wednesdays. And right now, Thursday is different because it's for year two candidates. Remember, we just commented on those candidates.
Blended year.
Yeah.
Sure.
So it's going to be on Thursday from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock. And then online again, Wednesdays, 7 to 10. There are two different groups online, and there are just on Wednesdays for first year and second year. This is the way everything is just organized. And now, just for the next thing we're going to do is just briefly commenting on how this examination is organized in the different autonomous communities, right? It's basically the same thing. It's basically some written tests and then some oral part of the exam all over Spain, right? So with very slight differences. But just let us just clarify a little bit about it. So can you just tell us a little bit about the written exam?
Yes.
That part, the written text.
Well, as you probably know, we have two exams, as Jose said before, and the first one is the written exam. However, in autonomous communities like Catalonia, we have first the oral exam. But here in Murcia, Comunidad Valenciana, Andalucía, Madrid, we have first the written part, okay? So the written exam has two parts, the practical case and a practical part in which you are going to be given different grammar exercises, vocabulary, reading comprehension, also maybe a listening. We do not know
we don't know
yet. We're waiting for the call to know that. But just in case, we are going to prepare all the parts, okay, to be very well prepared for all the things. And also a topic. You are going to be given 3 topics and you have to choose one. Okay, we are going to study all the topics during the course in the different sessions, and we are going to devote some time to read them in the class. And also we are going to give you a kind of summarize and also an outline in which you are going to see all the main elements of the topic summarized, and these materials will help you a lot with the study. And also
Yes, I was just about to ask Alice, because you attended the exam in Valencia, but you were also you joined the group this year, and you were just teaching some of our candidates in Murcia, the oral side of the exam. So do you have the perspective to see that they're quite similar?
Yeah,
right?
they go along the same lines, basically. What mainly changes is pretty much legislation, the organization of certain parts, because you know that here in Spain, education is transferred to the autonomous communities, but we all have to abide by the general law, abide by what we call the royal decree, and also the organic law. So basically, each autonomous community is in charge of organizing, rearranging the different elements that we are told from the national legislation, and basically it doesn't really change that much. As Maria said, there are other communities in which they might reverse the order, or they might set different parts within the same exam in different days, or they might do them all in a go in one given day. But there, you know, we're talking about slight changes when it comes to the administration of the exam mainly.
So, basically, this is the same.
And now we're going to move on to talk about the oral part. Well, actually, first, before moving on to the oral part, I'd like to say, as Maria has very well said, that the practical case is like a mixed bag of everything. So we don't know up to now what will be included in the practical exam next year, but we can tell you that due to the experience, the broad experience that we have so far, we have designed that part in a very thorough way so that everything that could be included in a prospective practical exam will be covered. So everything has been thought of to the detail in order for you to be ready, to feel ready to do that exam. Because, you know, some people say that a practical exam is an exam that you can't study, but it's not true.
It's not true.
And this is probably one of the strengths that I would like to say as far as this course is
so
concerned.
surprised just to hear that, and I hear it again.
Yeah.
Again. Oh, you don't know how to just solve a practical case until you got it in front of you. Oh my God, you can prepare it so good in advance, and yes.
And that's the road to failure, basically, because think of an exam that has 2 legs, and you put all your strength on just one part of the topic, and you concentrate on the topic, but you say, well, the other leg, it doesn't really matter because you cannot study. So you are betting everything on just one part of the leg.
And most communities, 50% is
exactly
as important.
And
right?
even in some communities, 70% the practical exam, like but
for practical
Madrid.
Cases, yes,
if I'm not mistaken,
they take a lot of importance to the case study.
Yeah, if my memory serves me right, Madrid is 70% for a practical exam and 30%, or at least in secondary. I'm not pretty sure.
No, but I'm just
semi-primary.
Semi-primary, yeah, 70% for that part that legend has that you cannot study.
Wow,
it's just crazy.
Yeah.
So and now,
what about the oral?
And now moving on to the oral exam.
Well, it is important to say that there's no oral exam if you don't pass the written one.
Yeah,
right. That's important because I find every year I find candidates that they start really strong and they show us like the different parts of the teaching plan, which you have to do.
Yeah.
But then I used to do in the topics. Well, I don't really know.
Then it's your work worth nothing, because
I
every year I see people with a beautifully designed teaching plan. They have devoted so many hours. What about topics? Well, then the teaching plan is never going to be given to the members of the board. The world is not going to see it. So a huge importance is given to it.
Yeah, of course. And it's really important that you you drill all parts equally because there's a threshold that you need to get in all parts. So this is, and now for those of you who like cycling, now you know that there's the Tour de France now, and even for those cyclists who are very good in the mountains, or for those who are good sprinters, you still need to do a good performance in the other part if you really want to have chances to win the race.
Yeah.
And this is pretty much what we want to tell you, that all parts should be equally worked upon, and we have everything ready for you to just by following our advice to get the grasp of everything.
So because you are going to prepare with us, I'm going to say when you pass the first, not
Exactly.
if, but when you pass the first part, then what, Alex?
And now we're going to move on to talk about the oral exam, or rather, as I like calling it, the oral stage.
That's it. That's it.
Exam is a looming word, isn't it?
Yes.
So
it
the
includes
oral
so many
stage
things.
consists of two different parts. The teaching plan, or course syllabus, as you might already call it as well. It's another term that you should be familiar with because both are interchangeable, teaching plan or course syllabus. And this is pretty much what a full year in a school comes up, right? What it includes. So all the different components, the different elements, the organization of the year, the contents, the curricular elements, everything. It's like a guidance for the whole year, from the very beginning till the end, including the remedial exams and everything that it's included, right? So it's the organization, the general organization. That part, the teaching plan, also includes the teaching units, or also known as didactic units, all right? Which are the organization of all the things that you're going to teach through the year in different units, right? So as Maria also said, there will be some units picked up randomly, out of which you will have to choose one. So out of 3, you will have to choose one, all right? Out of all the different units that you will be designing with us, with our help, there will be 3 randomly picked up, and you will choose one, the one you think it's better for you, or the one you feel more comfortable with.
So a lot of things we want to tell you, a lot of things we want to do with you, but how do we organize things here? How are sessions organized? I think Ramon can just tell us.
Right. Well, as Jose said, we have the pure online groups, and Alex may say they are intense lessons, because we have 3 hours, and when you are on site, there are 4 hours, so we can spend a bit more time on specific things. But when you are online, you have to just go straight to it, and there are loads of things. You say, "Oh, we've got a whole year." Well, we've not enough time. Not enough time to do everything. In each lesson, we always start. Well, we have like 2 different parts depending on the day. Normally, we have a first section where we give you the different topics, the topic that we have, the topic or topics that we have for that specific day. We read them through. We explain. Each of us will tell you. Not only go through the topic, but we will tell you our personal experience and what we included in each topic from when we took the exam. How can we personalize? Because at the end of the day, the best thing to do is to personalize your topics and personalize everything. So we will give you the best tips that we can to do this. And then obviously in each lesson, we are going to focus on a specific element or section included in the teaching plan. As Alex said, we have a teaching plan which has loads of different items that we need to cover. So in each lesson, we will focus on one. Normally, once we've done this, we have a short break, and then after that, we go and start working on and training the practical part, where we have everything related with the practical part, with the case studies, phonetics, vocabulary, as Alex said, the bag of everything. That's what we do in this part.
And now briefly going into what we do inside those different sections, right? Inside those halves of the class, regarding the written part of the practical, regarding the practical part of the written side of the exam, right? Remember that in the written part of the exam, you've got the topic and you've got some grammar and vocabulary exercises. Regarding those things of the grammar and vocab, we're going to present you with lots of different exercises. We don't know what's going to happen there, right? And because we don't know, we need to just practice everything. And we are just creating new grammar exercises from newspapers, from the web, from everywhere, just from the latest trends. But also we are using some samples from the books, from publications, from Official School of Languages, because we have seen that members of the board who have to decide on which exercise to give you, they also recall those sources. So we want you to be ready for everything, right? Within that part, which might have reading and writing, and it might have like many other different kind of exercises, fill in the gaps, phonetics, whatever. I was just about to say that we probably will have phonetics again. The first time that we have phonetics in Murcia was in the last call for primary, but I think we were going to have it again. And for that part, I would like Alex to tell you a little bit about that.
The workshops.
Yeah, right? How we organize that. Because as we said just a second, Alex, we've got the regular sessions, as yes, Ramon said, half of the class devoted to the written side of the test, half of the class to the side of the text. But then we've got some special days. Yeah. For instance, all the teachers here will just do a real presentation on how they did the defense of the teaching plan when they did it in front of the members of the board. But there will be special days in which we might devote more time to a specific item because it's interesting to do that. Yeah. And this is the case sometimes with the phonetic workshop.
Yeah. Basically, as we already said, Ramon mentioned it before as well, the practical exam is like a mixed bag of everything. And therefore, sometimes it's really important to focus on different branches, because the exam branches out in different parts that we would call like areas as such, like phonetics or, translation and different things that are worthy, see them in detail. And therefore, we have specifically designed workshops covering the main details, the most important things, like a route to go through this part, so that you can start working them with a strong foundation on this part, especially when it comes to phonetics. You will see how we have organized a course that we are still improving, because we never stop improving things and polishing things up, in which we will see from the very basics. You don't have to worry at all. You might be wondering there, what shall I do if I've never seen phonetics? Will I be in some sort of disadvantage?
It's a huge concern in many of our candidates.
And you might fear that, and there's nothing to fear in here, because we have planned everything for just for newbies in all the areas. So you will be able to catch up, to get the strong foundation on different parts from the very beginning. Even if you just remember something from college, even if you have just been barely told about some of the things that we are mentioning here, you will have the chance to get a very solid knowledge on different parts, following especially these workshops, which are meant for equalizing the knowledge of everyone out there, and there's actually nothing to fear.
Experience and feedback this year, after Alex's masterclass on phonetics, is that the sense of security that you gain is extraordinary, right? We just got tons of feedbacks and immediate feedbacks on those sessions, and people just really discovered that wasn't that huge difficulty, right? So as he just said, and we also found out along the time that there are many spelling issues, recurrent errors, right? So Alex will just be devoting some of his time also for that spelling workshop. Just because it will be of a huge help, not only for the design of the teaching plan and everything, but when you write, the written part of the exam is just so essential, and you need to be really careful with that. Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So and now once we've moved from the practical test, the grammar and vocab side of the practical test, we've got like the lion's share, the big part of the practical exam, which is el caso práctico, right? So the case study. And I'd like Maria to tell you a little bit about that.
Yeah, the case study is a very important issue in these exams, because as Ramon and Alex said before, you don't have to underestimate the importance of this part. This part eliminates people. So if you don't pass this part, you aren't going to be given the possibility to do the oral defense. Okay, so you must prepare this section or this part conscious and reflectively, because you have to organize too many things. You have to have clear the time that you have to write. You need to describe too many things like the foundation, the norm, the different methodology that you are going to do with your students, also the different elements in the curriculum, and well, as well, the evaluation instruments.
And as Maria said, for example, she just commented on the timing. One of the things we also have, and it's not like the easiest part of the exam, which is just tons of the preparation, which is tons of corrections, but we just give you the opportunity of doing a mock exam, a real exam under real circumstances every month. That means a lot of correction on our side, but that has also proved to be of extraordinary value. For example, to adjust to the timing. The timing in the case studies is one of the things people struggle the most.
Yes.
You know a lot of things, or and you think you can write everything, or the other way around. You think you don't know enough to write, but then you start writing and time flies. And then time flies up to the point that you have half of the work done. And then you feel miserable because you know everything, but you don't have the time to write it.
Yeah.
That's why adjusting to the time is essential on the mock exams. That you have the chance of doing both online and especially here for the on-site groups. This is one of the things that it's just real circumstances. You're there on the class, timed within the time limits given to you in the exam, and then you can prove. If you're doing, you can prove to yourself if you're doing things on a right way, if you're following the right path.
Yeah, for me, from my personal experience, I would like to say that the most important lessons throughout the whole year,
When you were a candidate,
when I was a candidate,
Right.
is when Jose Mateo wasn't teaching the class. Okay, which means that we were doing the mock exam. Right.
I'm the only one training at the moment, right? It was not another person. It was just no one teaching.
It was only a joke, obviously.
Of
When for me personally, the best lesson, honestly, is the mock exam we have. I think we're going to explain later on, but you'll have monthly a mock exam. It will be a topic or practical case. And for me, the best thing was the topic mock exam, because I had every week we'll give you a topic.
I do agree with you. I mean, the best money that you can invest is just for those moments when teacher is quiet, right? When you take the written test, or when you're doing the presentation.
When you know that next Monday you've got an exam from topics 1 to 4. Then you might push yourself to try and study them.
Yeah, some people,
if not,
personally, need to be pushed.
If not, you'll say, well, another topic here, another topic, and then March comes and you've got about 15 topics, and say, oh, I've not attended any mock exam class, I've not done anything. So for me, if you take it seriously and say, I've got the Oposición, the real Oposición is not in June, it's in November, when we've got the 8 units. If you do that, I will give you my experience, you will be successful.
And another thing from all the candidates here is you did prepare the oral exam, and you came to class because you're going to have the possibility for that, and you just did the presentation as if you were there in the board of examiners. So not many candidates do that because they don't feel ready, but this is the place to test yourself that you are ready.
Pressure.
Of
you
course,
feel
it is
everything,
always,
and
it
you
is always
get valuable feedback.
It is always terrifying to go in front of people and start talking. But these two guys
Yes,
here, I didn't have Alex on site, but these two guys here, they just came to class, they just start talking, they just did their presentations on the teaching plan, on their units. We will start with short chunks, not the whole thing. But this is, again, as someone said, the very moment when the teacher is just quiet, and it is you in front of yourselves. So just proving that you're ready.
If you think, well, I think that this is just training. Well, I'm too shy. I don't know if I'm going to do it. My English is not so
It's like going to the gym.
This is just, if you think that without doing a presentation during the whole year, you're going to go there in front of the members of the board, someone you're going to be like our mates after 3 months.
Yeah,
if you come here, if you don't do it with us, when you go in front of the members of the board, you've never seen that you're going to be sweating. It's going to be a bit more difficult. So this is just training.
That's it. That's the way it is. Just as Alex says, the Tour de France thing. Just get onto the way and the way. And now this was we just commented on the other side of the exam. Now the written on the written part of on the written practical part, the written topic we just commented a lot just before. It's just we're gonna give you topics every week. Topics are gonna be uploaded. You're gonna have this whole set of topics by May, and after 3 sessions, mostly randomly, we'll have a topic, a mock exam, and we'll have mock exams both on topics and practical cases. We will swap, and by the end of the course, we will do full tests. But full tests take like longer, take like 3 hours and a half, 4 hours. So at the very beginning, we will do either one thing or the other. And just regarding the written topics, again, Maria just commented that we will do outlines, we will do everything, we will just correct the topics that you write here. We will just give you specific workshops to improve your skills and give you many different clues on how to improve written topics. So this is just going to be about you, as Ramon said, setting a limit and studying as is the real exam. We're really gonna be,
and we follow the most updated items we've got from the members of the board. The evaluation criteria is that we are going to use are exactly the same that members of the board in 2019 used.
So yeah, that's it.
Which was the last examination.
And regarding your exam, Alex just basically commented everything. Right now, it's just to comment on how you receive sessions. Like every week, regarding the teaching plan, the active unit, we will just cover one part, like the introduction, the contents. So you can just give a
well, this PowerPoint slide has already been told among us. Maria has already said
we organize here.
Yeah. Everything will be delivered in a way that you can really sink it in, because otherwise it will get overwhelmed if you get everything done or given out from the blue. You would feel overwhelmed, and everything will be weekly scheduled so that you can be sinking all the information in. You will have revisions, and mainly we will be setting deadlines, as Ramon has said. It's really important, because we're all humans, and we know that when we don't work under pressure conditions,
we need to be structured.
We need to procrastinate. We tend to put things off, and that's not the good way.
So we will just be covering, say, methodology in one session or a couple of sessions. Then you will have like a window of 15 days to elaborate your part, your methodology, taking into account our explanation, all the documents that we give you for the elaboration, and some models that we will also give you from previous candidates who gave me permission to use their stuff. So you have real examples together with our explanations and together with the materials to elaborate it. So it's just hands on the work.
And something else that as you might be reading there in this PowerPoint slide, something that is really important is that you might be out there wondering now, okay, you've told us that we're going to receive everything when it comes to the law, that we're going to set to the legislation, everything will be valid, but I'm not very imaginative. I don't know how to design teaching units. I don't have very good ideas. I don't know how to come up with, good materials, because I'm not an expert in that field. We're going to help you out with that as well. We're going to give you visually attractive proposals, samples, ideas in order for you to create your own. You will learn how to fly after seeing us fly.
That's it. That's fantastic.
How I like calling it.
And this is like the practical part, but we will do the same thing. For example, when we cover the key competences in the teaching plan, the following unit, we will just go through how to just comment on the key competences in the teaching or the adapted unit. So when March comes or so for New Year, for year one candidates, you will have a full teaching plan done and a full unit done. That unit will serve as a model for the rest, right? But the units will include many more things that we will also give you guidance on too. So, I would like Maria Libertad to tell us a little bit, because she just designed so beautiful units, and she will just tell you a little bit on.
Yes, in fact, we have a session devoted to the didactic unit design. and we are going to help you during several sessions with the teaching plan design. Okay, so we are going to see how is the best way to beautify the different sections that you have created, also your didactic units, charts, the templates, and also to elaborate original materials which are innovative, which are updated, okay, that we are going to use with our students, okay. And apart from this, with the didactic unit design, we are going to give you different strategies, materials, resources that will help you with the didactic unit defense. Also, we have some classes, some sessions devoted to the corporal language in order to help them with their security, to explain all the things, to organize the ideas with different connectors.
Everything counts. Everything counts.
Yes, and this will help you a lot, because sometimes you feel very insecure when you speak, and this is a very good opportunity to do your best in the oral part.
Yeah. So we say March comes, March, April, by the end of March possibly, and then we've got teaching plan done, and we've got a unit design. We can copy from that unit to the others. Now what? What's next?
Well, now I think once we've got, as Jose just said, we've got by March, April, we've got the teaching plan and the didactic units. Always, if you, I know you are going to do it, if you follow our timeline.
Schedule. You will have a year schedule with everything you are going to do every day along the whole year, right?
So if you follow our, that's why we are here. It's not because we are the best or anything. It's just because we are going to program everything for you, because we know what is best for you to do in each moment. If we just tell you to do the whole teaching plan, you're going to go completely crazy. So once you've got the teaching plan, it's the oral exam practice. As Jose said before, you will get the sample. We will come here and do the oral exposition.
A model. They will do the best for you to see and just.
I will do exactly the same. I did back in July or the end of June 2016.
What was your mark in the oral
exam?
In
the second part, it was a 10 out of 10.
10 and 10.
It was 10 and 10. So I will do exactly the same. I'll bring all the materials. I'll try to do exactly the same. Alex and Maria will do exactly the same. And then it's up to you. It's your time then to you do the practice. We'll say next week we've got we need 4 candidates to expose these 3 parts, and then it will be your time.
And we will give you guidance. We'll give you like an outline on some people. You know, in the preparation of the oral side of the exam, I don't know what about you guys, but some people feel like having a guide, having like an outline, everything perfectly organized, and they memorize it. That's for instance, my wife can memorize everything, and I'm so jealous, but I can't. It's impossible for me. So I have an outline and I keep talking, right? I'm going to talk, she's going to memorize. And so, and this happens the same when people are just preparing this exam, right? So some people just prepare an outline with everything they want to say, and some people just write exactly the full thing. And we're going to give you samples on both things, right? And you will just decide what suits you better. You will decide on what is your learning style, what fits you better.
Yeah, as we say in English, whatever floats your boat.
That's it. Yeah. And just basically not only that, but we will just give you all the necessary corrections of your materials, right? So we don't want them to be right. We want them to be perfect, as we just said, because this is not about doing a good exam. You need to be the best possible candidate, right? And you need to prove it, and you need to show it, and you need to even say it in a nice way, right? So we will just give you practice on everything. Mogisami says every week, but it will be every month. Every week will be just crazy for you and us. Okay, so every month we will just give you the opportunity of practicing, and practice makes perfect, you know. And master lessons on legislation. Legislation is your friend. Some people say, oh, awful. It's not awful, because it gives you guidance on everything, right? Next year, we are going to have LOE, LONCE. What is going to be, what is there going to happen next year? We'll see everything in detail next year. But basically, LONCE disappeared, but the curricular organization, that means the objectives, the contents, the methodology standards, and everything remain the same, because there's not going to be new curriculum till year 22-23. So year 21-22, we will have LOMLOE, and we will have the curricular organization of LOMCE without calling LOMCE at all, right?
Yeah.
The good news is that both pieces of legislation were not really laws, they were amendments of LOE, the Organic Law of Education 2006, and it still remains the official law, right? So many things remain the same, but the curriculums for mixed abilities, for coexistence in schools, all the different pieces of legislation next year will be the same for all the different courses, right? So don't panic about that. And we will be commenting on everything, but getting a sound and deep knowledge of the law. I don't know, what about you guys when you were there? I was insisting a lot on the law, but it gives you a lot of clues. And when you do things that you think they are right, you realize they are not only right, but they are legal because they are there in the law.
You justify your actions.
You justify. I say the law is tu primo de zumo sol, and younger people wouldn't understand this, but it's just no one will make a comment. If someone in the board say, why did you do that? Well, as we all know, Decree 198 says, the moment you say it, as we all know, the law says that this is the thing to be done. Question is just answered, right? So it's a great thing.
Yeah.
It's an unbeatable weapon.
That's it. That's it. Did you find it just
well, regarding what Jose just said regarding panicking, I would like to highlight again that my recommendation is to just follow the timeline we say, right? Don't start, because many times, I've read on the newspaper that law is going to start, and what are we going to do? I'm panicking. What are we going to change?
You join the academy, we're here for you, right?
That's it.
We're here for you, and we will have everything ready, right?
And this is, and humbly speaking, let me tell you that this is the source of information. Don't find other sources, because rumor mill will start as soon as you start training. You will see that on social networks. If you log in Facebook and you enter,
there's a lot of noise.
Yeah, a lot of noise, and that's poison, because there are so many candidates out there. Candidates between inverted commas, because
it raises your stress level.
Exactly, who just want to stress you out, who just want to justify that they are not training well, and they want just to say that everything is a chaos. There's nothing we can do, but yes, there's a way, and the way you find it here.
All right. So, and then we will just you will, the very moment you join epO, you are gonna be provided with the access to the campus, and you will have everything, and you will have all the different documents. I think before we just move to the questions, I would like you to know a little bit more and how this tool that you're going to use, the campus, the online campus, works. And Maria will briefly just
Yes, well, the online campus is very simple, and you're going to have all the information in a very easy way, in a very direct way. You're going to see all the sections, as you can see there.
Remember again that this is for all groups, online and on-site groups.
Remember that we are talking about on-site groups and online groups, because you are going to have access, all of you.
The moment you join, you are given a nickname and a key.
A nickname
for all groups, right? And you have your group ready.
Yeah, and you will have all the sections with the tests, with the topics, the practical part, the teaching plan, and the mock exams, where you can find all the assignments, okay? The mock exams that you have to upload to the platform, and also the different teaching plan parts. As Jose said before, remember that your teaching plan must be original. You need to personalize your teaching plan as much as you can, even though we give you different models to follow. Okay, we're going to give you lots of help and lots of supports, guidelines, and strategies, but you need to personalize. You need to make too much effort with your teaching plan, because you need to stand out from the rest, among the rest, okay? You need to differ from the rest.
Exactly. And let me add something, which is, some of you might be wondering, why don't you give me everything as I should deliver it?
A Word document.
Exactly.
With all the teaching plans.
Yeah, but the thing is that when you customize something, that's not an effort that you do and in a useless way. When you are customizing, when you're personalizing stuff, you're making it yours, and then you know how to defend it. You know how to present
And you
it.
will remember that document forever because
Exactly,
it's your
and
work.
it's yours. It's yours. Exactly. It's not something that somebody else has done, and you don't know the underlying reasons or why it was designed that way. You will be able to face any kind of question whatsoever that the members of the board might ask you at the end, because at the end, the members of the board might ask you questions on what you did or the reasons why you present something. Somehow, everything will be ready, will be easy to answer if you have customized your teaching plan. Not everyone is the same. I might like some strategies, you might like others, and that's why it's really important as well as a training in order to become a good teacher, to find your way, to find your strategies, your methodology, the way you like teaching. We just need to follow the law, and the rest is up to us. So you need to find your way as well.
Yeah, just to say something regarding what Alex said. When I took the exam, and I'm talking about the teaching plan and the didactic unit defense, the first candidate started at 8 o'clock in the morning. The last one, there were 5 each day, and the last one finished at 8 o'clock at night in the evening, with a break for lunch. So if we give you the document and everyone goes there and says exactly the same, think about the members of the board. You have to be
boring.
You have to wake the members of the board.
I was a member of the board, I think it was 2013 myself, and people just tend to say the same because you have to say the same, right? You have to comment on objectives, contents, methodology, evaluation, and the like. But the moment you find something original, something which is passionate about what they're telling, you can be passionate about telling other people's teaching plan, right? About your work, you feel proud of it, and that just is transmitted, right? And when someone is just in that mood, it makes us members of the board be in that mood too.
You wake up because
of course, and can you imagine July
4 o'clock in the afternoon,
15 or 10 of July, 4 o'clock in the afternoon after lunch? There might be air conditioning and there might not be, right? So you have to help. Listen to what I'm saying. You have to help members of the board enjoy your defense, right? So this is what you can get if you do your stuff and you personalize your thing, right?
And you will feel that you are teaching them as well, because
that's it.
The members of the board don't know more than you.
No. They don't. You will know many more than they do, right? You will be so much prepared. You will think they know a lot, and you will, of course, at all times show that you think they know everything. And so whenever you say something, you will say, "As we'll know," and the like. But in fact, you were so much prepared.
Because legend has it that members of the board are like semi-gods. It's not that way. They are just regular teachers like we are.
You
are appointed.
You will be members of the board maybe in 3 years' time.
And they don't want to be members of the board.
Okay. They want to be in the bench, right? So
that's it.
But you cannot refuse. I mean, if you are appointed, you have to be there, unless you are a trainer, which is what happened to me this year.
So you have to make their life easy. I mean, you have to just. They're teachers and they love
and they want to learn
and they love when they say someone with the interest and the magic of a good teaching, right?
And they ask you lots of questions at the end of the defense, asking about the materials or the methods
because they like it,
techniques that you have used
and they enjoy it. I
mean,
you need to get that. So basically what we have is just the different sections.
And what about the messages? If they have doubts or questions, they haven't attended the online session, what can they do?
Okay, so we've got the email section. Mensajería, right, in the platform. You've got an email icon on the right, and you will find all us there, right? We will always answer your question.
You can address the question to Jose, to Maria, to all of us, depending on who you like.
And again, the perspective of a student, of a candidate using the message system is Alex, and he can just tell you it was the secondary English trainer who was his trainer, but the system is the same. So it was work beautifully.
It's transferable, which is a good thing, because you primary teachers will be sending students to secondary teachers. So it's a very good way that we can see education as an ongoing process.
And regarding emailing, again, it's great that we have a system here in the platform because you all have your personal email accounts, but everything comes into those accounts. This is just restricted to the teaching plan and the teaching preparation. So it's great that we will always have contact through the platform. You don't get confused. You know that we are all there. You can send a message to one of us, to all of us. That is the way that you will decide, but you will find everything that you need there in the platform.
And all the materials will remain there so that you can download them as many times as you need. Sometimes you might download something and just don't find it in your computer, and you might download it again. So it's an excellent platform.
So, and I think that was like an hour now.
Is it?
Wow,
Really?
time flies. So,
Can't believe it.
again,
When you're having fun.
for candidates support, we just comment on everything we will do. We will do tutorial sessions along the year. There will be special sessions, especially when, Christmas time, when half of people can attend sessions. Well, half of people is just preparing Christmas pudding and they cannot do it. So we will have sessions entirely devoted for your questions, where we will not go farther into more explanations, but only for you to just recap on everything you've done and just either come to class or just attend the online session only for questions. Those tutorial sessions are never going to be recorded if they are online, right? Because they are for your personal questions, and we are not going to upload that. We are not going to publish that. So there will be a couple of tutorial sessions for the whole group, and then whenever you need it, there will be also tutorial sessions. Before sessions there in epO, at the very end, people tend to ask questions. Even we said there is a slight break in the on-site days, and people ask you questions during the break as well. And also for the online group and for anyone who needs it, we can always appoint a Google Meet session, and which you can just, because sometimes there's something around your head, it stops you from going on. So we just organize things. Sometimes it's good enough with words. Sometimes we need to just meet for, you say, 5 minutes there in Google Meet, and we solve everything, and you can keep on going, right?
I think the tutorial sessions are quite useful, especially I always speak from my experience. When you can understand that when you are in front of with all the class, you don't want to say your secrets about your teaching plan, about your didactic
special
unit.
things.
Yeah.
So as Jose said, we're all going to talk about state general objectives, key competencies, but you may think of choosing a specific topic for the teaching plan, so these sessions are the best way to just come here and say, I've been thinking about it, and I want to organize the teaching plan this way, or I thought the thoughts you have, and you can have everything clear.
Yes,
And that's private, so no one's going to know about that.
And just to end up with this, I don't want to make it any longer. Just to say that lessons will probably end by mid-June next year, but we will be there for you for last-minute questions or whatever, because the platform and the campus will be open until later, and so we will still be with you if you have any questions and issues. You will be so ready to follow the path you're on your own when you are done, but still. You could always just come back to us if you have anything. I think we've got some questions here.
Yes, Pilar says, I have a question. This is my first year in epO. I'm preparing this exam called Oposiciones. However, my intention is taking the exam in 2022. I also choose the timetable in which I attend on-site on Fridays.
Yes.
Is that possible?
Of course it is.
I'm confused because
not
it's not my second year.
Yeah, no, but Fridays is for first year. So second year is only
For
Thursday.
new students.
For new students. So new students have on-site groups Monday, Tuesday, Friday.
So no worries, Pilar.
No problem. You're fine. You're fine.
I have a question. If you are for teachers,
There's one before Maria, I think.
There's one. For
will we given some up topics? Yes,
yeah,
of
outlines
course.
and summaries will be provided.
Summaries and also an outline with the different ideas. The main
full topics,
ideas.
a summary, an outline, everything, so that you can organize information.
And then our personal experience, going back to the personal. I don't want to keep going on about it. Do you need to personalize?
No, that's
but
the
that's
experience
true.
is the most valuable source.
Just for you to know, I met up with years after I took the exam. I met up with one of the members of the board that was was on my board. She
assessed your exam.
She assessed my exam, but I didn't know her, obviously, and by different things, situations, then she contacted me, and she said, and this is a real situation. She said there were 18 candidates in the class, and from all the exams, the topic exams, we could tell that all the topics came from these 5 come from this academy, these 6 come from this other one, and there were three topics that we didn't know where they were
place them. They couldn't track that.
They didn't know where they were coming from.
Yeah.
So, and these three topics were the ones that got the best marks.
Sure.
So that's because you get to personalize them. So in going back to this, we'll give you the topics, the summaries, the outlines, everything, and then we will give you our personal experience on how can you personalize.
Well, it's your turn to put too much effort to change all the things, to include activities, to include your personal experience in the classroom, and that's why that's the way in which you are going to have personalized topics and original ones.
Yeah, Ramon does this at the beginning of the year. He just comes here, explains topic to you, and then shows the same topic done.
That's it.
Just personalized by him. Every year he does that, and that member of the board proved that was worth doing it, right? So, what else? What do we have?
Another question. I have a question. If you are 4 teachers, each group we have a teacher.
No. This is we're gonna go on a rota system.
We are
right?
going to change.
So every week you will have a couple of us. Okay, so that will be just changing, but all groups are gonna have all teachers.
Just
right?
to know.
Just you want the best of all us.
Those of us who choose to be in year 2, and we have all the material prepared, we will modify the documents or units based on the new updates to improve.
Of course.
Yes.
I mean, and
Sure. And also, will we have sessions to explain again important aspects that can be difficult, such as attention to
let me just tell you, the year 2 group will have all the different sections reviewed, right? The only thing is we do it faster because you've got things done. But every year there are new things to be added, new things to be included. And that's the reason why some people who got their teaching plan done say, will I send the whole teaching plan for you to correct because you have it done? No, but there's a reason why you don't have to do that. Every single section is going to be reviewed, is going to be updated, and you probably might want to add or change something, right? The only thing is in year 2, we've got everything ready, say by November, December, and year 1, it takes longer to March because we have to devote longer to explain things. But we will just go through all the different aspects, and we will pay attention, again, not only to legislation, as we just said before, but we will just give attention to classroom management, to many other different aspects that are necessary for a class to be successful, right? So we will go through all of that things in all groups, okay? And practicals will be the same in group 1 and group 2. The only thing is group 2 might have more, but we will do mostly the same. The only thing is we will go deeper into explaining things in year 1 because you need that extra explanation, right? Sarah.
Another question, will the lessons be recorded on the days of oral presentations?
No.
We will try to do it individually.
Yeah, the only oral presentations are going to be recorded is from these 3 guys here, okay? So these 3 teachers are going to present their teaching plan and units are going to be recorded, but never will we...
We'll give you a link for you, just for you.
That's it.
And
that's it.
Hello guys, I have one question. I have to adapt all topics and teaching plan also that the unit to Comunidad Valenciana laws. Have that the units done? Year 1?
Yeah, but the stations are very easy, Ramses. So
yeah, but he says that if he
goes to year 1 or 2.
Year 1 or 2.
Not this year, right?
Units done.
Have units done. Year 1 or unit 2. I mean, if you the legislation is the same. Right,
Yeah.
The group that you take, if you take year 1, you take year 2, everything is the same. I mean, there's no There's no need to adapt. If you have things done, that's it. You will need to review everything for any updates from the law. You know, there are some orders and some recommendations due especially for the beginning of the course due to the pandemic situation and the like. And we will just devote some sections of the teaching plan also for that, even sections of the topic for that, because everything needs to be just reflected, right? But it's a simple thing to do. Okay. Anything else?
No more questions?
Okay, so if anyone wants to just ask a question just live, you can just click. They will have probably or you can just write a message saying that you want to
Do you want me to open your microphones?
And then I will open the microphone. Otherwise, was an hour and 10 minutes. Was like a kind of long explanation. Do we have any other?
So. It's been a short and very summarized explanation of everything.
It was nice though. It was nice though. So, what else? Do we have any other questions? No.
No more questions.
Well, then I think it's just time to finish. We've commented on everything in a real fast way, but I think you've got a global idea on this, okay?
If you have any doubts or questions, you can send us an email.
Sure.
Just another thing is, if you join now in all the different groups, you've got a plan on what to do from now to the day lesson start, okay? So we have elaborated so a kind of map of what to do in July and August, if you want to just start right now. And what else? I hope to see you soon. Anything you want to say? Just say goodbye, guys.
Well, I'd like to highlight the last sentence that you've read in the presentation that said that we're going to accompany till the last moment, the last stage of the exam that you take, because the only difference between you and us is that we've already gone through this process, but we are all teachers. You are teachers as well, and we see you as teachers. So we're going to try and show you our expertise. We're going to try and help you not to make the same mistakes that we might have made. And we're going to usher you through the whole process till the moment in which you get what you deserve, which is a post, all right? So at the end of the process, don't have that feeling of being in front of the board, trying to seek for the favor and ask for a post. You're going to just go there to harvest the hard work that you will have done through the process. And you know that if you train with us, humbly speaking, I have to say that your effort will pay off.
All right, so that was just great. You want
I would just like to say that, as we've already said, any questions you may have, any doubts, you can just go on the website. You can give us a call here at the office, and we will solve any questions. I'm going to say that I'm going to wish you to have a good summer. It's going to be a summer for you to fill all your energy levels. When September comes, I'm sure you're going to start 100%, and it's going to be your academic year. I'm sure about that. So that's all. I hope to see you soon, and of course, see you here at EPO.
What about?
Well, I hope to see you all here in September when we start at the very beginning of the course. And I hope you have a wonderful summer. And the last thing that we want to tell you is that...
Thank you very much.
Thank you
and
for
you
coming.
Guys. Thanks so much, and see you at EPO. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.